we're delighted this year to present 29 outstanding new Canadian documentaries from across the country. 17 feature-length films, 4 mid-length, and 8 shorts. All are Toronto premieres, and 14 are world premieres. Along with Michelle Latimer, our assistant programmer, we viewed over 300 submissions. And once again, we saw far more excellent work than we could ever program in one festival. Am I too close to the mic?
Canadian Documentaries came out fighting this year. High kicks and low blows are delivered in surprising stories from all corners of the globe, including a Thai boxing camp for migrant children on the Burmese border in Fist of Pride, to the boxing girls of Kabul, where we follow teen girls who risk their lives to train for the London Olympics. In Buzkashi, we travel to the remote hills of Tajikistan, where horse riders compete in death-defying matches.
And here at home in Canada, combat sports will also hit the big screen big time. Kung Fu and hockey frame two profoundly personal stories. Legend of a Warrior follows a son from Edmonton to Hong Kong as he fights to be worthy of his father, who just happens to be a Chinese grandmaster of Kung Fu. And in Theo Fleury, Playing with Fire, the film uncovers the shocking and profound journey of one of Canada's most successful and controversial hockey players, and who is taking his game to a whole new level. And I think that Coach Graham being sentenced today is kind of an omen for seeing this film.
This year also witnesses a clash between cultures and generations. Beauty queens in Bombay contrast with rural girls training at a women's religious militant camp in the world before her. And shining a light on extraordinary activists from immigrant communities in 3 countries, Crimes Without Honor speaks out against violent acts relating to family honor, so recently highlighted here in the tragic Shafia murders. And an insider look at the tobacco industry from the Mohawk point of view takes us behind the scenes in Smoke Traders, where a turf war is being waged between the federal government and First Nations.
And when a young artist asks a prisoner, a member of the Black Panthers who has been held in solitary in a tiny cell for over 30 years now, to imagine his dream house, the extraordinary result is chronicled in Herman's house. Underlining the power of verite filmmaking, The Bastard Sings the Sweetest Song transports us into a family's chaotic life in Guyana to witness a son lock up his alcoholic mom in an effort to protect her.
And one of Canada's most successful, mysterious, and best-selling authors, who's not Margaret Atwood, receives stunning biographic treatment in The Mystery of Maison de la Roche. And from more recent history, Toronto's queer art punk scene comes to life in vivid Super 8 in She Said Boom, the story of the Fifth Column.
And if that's not enough for you, we have a fascinating doc about the world's only phallological museum in Iceland and its founder's search for a human penis to complete the collection in the final member.
I did not take part in that documentary, but I do want to let you know there are many more extraordinary films in the festival than we're able to mention in these brief highlights. We hope you'll join us in celebrating the outstanding talent demonstrated by Canadian documentarians, and we'd like to thank TVO for their generous support of Canadian Spectrum.
He did want to audition for that film, though.